War, war, war. The word echoing in the minds of millions. And yet, no one truly wants it. No one wakes up hoping for destruction, loss, or pain. So why? Why is the world still at war? How can a world united in its desire for peace still be torn apart by conflict? What's keeping the chaos alive? And more importantly, how do we stop it? Join me. Let's dig deeper than headlines. Let's uncover the truth. And together, find peace in this chaotic world.
Well, I have been,
as resolved by the fifth
govern these forces.
I would like to live.
and you all
The first war in recorded history. Historians traced it all the way back to Mesopotamia, around 2700 BC. A brutal clash between the forces of Sumer and Elam. We may never know the exact spark that lit that fire, but many believe it began when early societies started to compete for land, for water, for survival, as farming took over from hunting and gathering. From that first battle thousands of years ago, humanity has waged war after war. World War I, World War II, Vietnam, civil wars, revolutions, each one leaving behind a trail of suffering on all sides. And it brings to mind the words of British Prime Minister Neville Chamberlain in 1938 at a speech in Kettering. He said something that still echoes today. In war, whichever side may call itself the victor, there are no winners, but all are losers. And I believe he was absolutely right. No matter the flag, the language, or the cause, the cost of war is always human. Look at any war in history. Ask yourself, how many lives were shattered? How many souls were lost? How many children cried for parents who never came home? How many parents buried their children far too soon? How many people watched their world, their everything disappear in a moment? And for what? Power, land, ideology? I don't believe anyone is born wanting war. No one enters this world hoping to pick up a weapon. No one truly wants to face the kind of pain war brings. So why? Why does war still exist? If none of us wants it, then who does? There are many reasons why wars begin. To gain land, to seize resources, to crush a belief, a religion, a people. Sometimes it's because one nation's politics threaten another's power. But in the end, we have to ask ourselves, is war ever truly necessary? Who really benefits? Not the soldier on the front lines, not the families caught in the crossfire, not the children who grow up with trauma instead of toys. Which part of humanity does war actually serve? Who wins when everyone bleeds? Right now, I see children scrambling for shelter as emergency alarms scream through the air. I see fathers clutching their lifeless children, tears soaking the dust on their faces. I see children begging their fathers to wake up. but he never will. Little children, dead. The future generation, stolen before it even had a chance to live. And it breaks my heart. Tell me, what religion teaches us to harm another human being? What belief system truly celebrates death over life? Every religious leader I've ever heard of preaches love, peace, harmony. So how? How did we end up here? What are we teaching the next generation? When that child weeps over the body of their parent, they don't see the beauty of life. They don't see the wonder of this world. They don't feel the goodness of humanity. They see war. They see weapons. They see death and wrath. And that child grows up not loving this world. He grows up resenting it. He grows up with anger in his heart and revenge in his mind. Is that the world we really want to build? Is that the legacy we are leaving behind? World leaders make the calls. They sign the papers, they shake hands in conference rooms, and then they send others to fight their wars. The brave soldiers. They go, they march into the fire to defend their country. Because that's what they were taught to do. While the leaders sit in air-conditioned rooms, dining in 5-star hotels, laughing with their families. The soldiers' families, they spend their nights in fear. They pray every single day that their sons and daughters return home safe. Because while the orders are given in comfort, the cost is paid in blood, in sleepless nights, in broken homes, in lives that will never be the same again. This is the reality of war. Let me remind you of something, ladies and gentlemen. Right now, a group of older men are deciding the fate of the future generations. Donald Trump, 79. Vladimir Putin, 72. Vladimir Zelensky, 47. Benjamin Netanyahu, 75. Ali Khamenei, 86. These men will either be long gone or far too old to fight the consequences of the choices they are making today. And yet, it's the youth who will inherit the outcome. Within the next 2 decades, the young people of today will be halfway through their lives, and a whole new generation will be stepping into this world. But what kind of world will they walk into? Will it be a world of peace, of progress, of unity? Or will it be a world drowning in war, in rage, in the ruins of decisions made without them? Truth is, that choice doesn't belong to just the powerful. It belongs to us. It belongs to you. Because the future rests in the hands of the people. Right now, every single one of us alive has the power to shape the future of humanity. You have a voice. You can speak up. And that voice can decide the fate of generations to come. I truly believe this. No one is born wanting war. No mother, no child, no worker, no dreamer. So if we don't want war, then no leader has the right to declare it on our behalf. Because the truth is simple. Governments don't control the people. The people control the government. What the majority demands must be heard. And I don't recall anyone casting a vote for more violence. We want education, opportunity, love, a better life. And guess what? We have the power to demand that. Politicians are few. But the people, we are millions. I know deep down that every human being just wants to live in peace. So imagine, just imagine if every single one of us stood up and said, no more war, not in our name. No president, no politician, no powerful figure could stop that. And that day would be a truly beautiful day. Let's talk about it now. Close your eyes for a moment and imagine a world where everyone lives in peace and harmony. A world where people chase their dreams without fear, where goals aren't buried under rubble and passions aren't silenced by gunfire. Some travel the world exploring its wonders. Some keep learning, growing wiser every day. Some build empires and business and innovation. Some become artists, shaping culture with every brushstroke and lyric. And some just want to stay home, cozy on the couch and watching movies all day. And you know what? That's their life. And they're happy because in this world, everyone lives how they choose, freely, fully, peacefully. What a great world that would be. Think about it, ladies and gentlemen. Life is precious. But more than anything, life is short. Don't you want to live it the way you want to? Free from fear, free from hate, happy and peaceful. If that's the world we want, then we must say no to war. Loudly, clearly, together. And I want to leave you with a timeless teaching by Lord Buddha. Hatred does not cease by hatred. Hatred ceases only by love. That is the eternal love. If this message spoke to you, share it. Let it spark a conversation. Like, comment, subscribe. Because peace begins not just with nations. It begins with us. This is for humanity with Tush. Thank you for watching. May the triple gem bless you all.